Number 1 Red. Number 2 A Plague Tale. A Plague Tale: Innocence and its sequel, Requiem.
Imagine this, 14th century France, plagued by disease and war, and you're a young girl named Amicia, fiercely protecting your little brother Hugo who carries a mysterious illness. Innocence throws you into this brutal world where you'll tiptoe through war-torn landscapes, dodging the Inquisition's witch hunt and using your wits, and maybe a few well-placed rats, to survive. It's all about the desperate love between siblings, the choices you make in the face of impossible odds, and the darkness that threatens to consume everything. Fast forward to Requiem, and Amicia and Hugo are still fighting for their lives, this time venturing south in search of a cure for Hugo's worsening condition.
Things get bigger, badder, and more open world here.
You'll explore diverse environments, craft deadly concoctions, and even use Hugo's newfound powers. Think controlling rat armies to fight back. But the core stays the same, a heart-wrenching story about family, sacrifice, and the cost of hope in a world teetering on the brink.
So, if you're down for an emotional roller coaster ride, stunning visuals, and a story that'll stay with you long after the credits roll, then dive into A Plague Tale: Innocence and Requiem.
Number 3 Uncharted 4. Nathan Drake, our charming and slightly kleptomaniac hero, is lured out of retirement by his long-lost brother Sam. Together, they chase whispers of legendary pirate Captain Henry Avery's hidden fortune, embarking on a journey that takes them from lush jungles to snow-capped peaks.
Think Indiana Jones on steroids, with better banter and even more explosions.
But hold on, this ain't just your average treasure hunt. This is about family, facing the ghosts of the past, and questioning what truly matters.
You'll grapple with tough choices,
unravel a historical conspiracy, and witness Nathan grapple with his own mortality.
Plus, the action sequences are top-notch, with Nathan dodging bullets, swinging through ancient ruins, and even taking on a whole army of bad guys. And let's not forget the visuals.
Uncharted 4 is a feast for the eyes. The characters are brought to life with stunning detail, and the soundtrack is epic enough to make you feel like you're in your own action movie.
So, if you're looking for an unforgettable adventure with a healthy dose of humor, heart, and history, then Uncharted 4 is your treasure map to gaming gold. Number 4 Detroit: Become Human. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a machine on the verge of becoming human?
That's the mind-blowing question Detroit: Become Human throws at you, and let me tell you, it's gonna mess with your head in the best way possible.
Imagine this, Detroit, near future.
Androids, basically super advanced robots, are everywhere, doing chores, serving humans.
But what if they started feeling emotions, developing their own desires?
That's where you come in. You play as 3 different androids. The story unfolds through your choices, and let me tell you, they're not easy ones. Every decision you make, every conversation you choose, shapes the narrative and the fate of these androids, and maybe even humanity.
You'll negotiate with hostage takers,
lead an android rebellion, and even face down the police, all while questioning what it truly means to be alive.
It's not just about action, though. Detroit: Become Human is a masterclass in emotional storytelling. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll rage at the injustices the androids face. The performances are phenomenal, the graphics are next-gen,
and the soundtrack is haunting. It's one of those games that stays with you long after you finish, making you ponder the very nature of humanity and consciousness.
Number 5
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Lara's racing against time, hunting artifacts across treacherous jungles, ancient ruins, and even underwater caverns.
She's facing enemies both human and supernatural, from ruthless mercenaries to deadly jaguars and creepy cenote guardians.
But Lara's not just a gun-toting explorer anymore.
She's become a hardened survivor, crafting deadly weapons from scavenged materials, using guerrilla tactics to outsmart her foes, and even forging alliances with unlikely allies.
It's a brutal world, and Lara has to adapt or die. But beyond the action, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is a story about growth, redemption, and the weight of responsibility.
Lara's choices have far-reaching consequences, and she grapples with the burden of her actions.
The narrative is surprisingly deep, exploring themes of colonialism, environmentalism, and the cost of progress.
And visually, it's a masterpiece. Lush jungles teem with life, ancient temples hold secrets waiting to be unearthed, and underwater environments are breathtaking, and maybe a little claustrophobic at times. The soundtrack is equally immersive, building tension and reflecting the emotional journey of the story. So, if you're looking for an adrenaline-pumping adventure with a surprising amount of depth, then Shadow of the Tomb Raider is your ticket to ride. Just remember, this ain't a walk in the park.
It's a challenging, emotional experience that'll leave you thinking long after you put down the controller.